All right, today we're going to see if this small block Chevy is going to go into the C10. I've been told by some people I gotta take the radiator out. Of course, someone took this engine out before I got the truck, but you can see where looks like someone's already dinged it up trying to move some stuff around. But I'll have to get my power steering and my fuel pump, which I already got new. I'll have to get that out of the way. And the motor mounts, you can see I took the brackets out, cleaned those up, painted them, put some new mounts on there. Those new mounts were a little bit different. I had to drill out to fit this. I don't know if it's a new style mount. That's what I'm hoping. But it's going to be interesting getting all these, figuring out all my vacuum lines, all whatever plugs up to what. I mean, it's going to be a trip through it. Of course, I got to take it off the engine stand. I got the lift bracket in the other day. And the only other thing, that's what I worry about this. People are saying this, yet this hits the radiator. So we're going to find out. And if not, that's why I got the lift bracket, because I can get center where it's flat, back and front, so I can angle it if I need to. Of course, there's a transmission in it, so I don't have to worry about fighting with that. I actually got that thing sitting over here. I took that out yesterday. 700 R4. We're just gonna clean it up, put some new seals on it, gaskets. Then when the engine's in, then we'll put it back on the stand and lift her up. So let's see how this engine, just take it off the stand first, put some motor mounts on, the brackets on it, and then let's just see how it goes. All right, we got the engine stand. Sorry, I'm so quick with it. On here, just realized on this engine, this is going to be tight. You can see the fuel pump right there. So I definitely know which side the nut's going on. We got our new bolts. So the nuts definitely have to go on that one. On this one, driver's side, it's pretty open. So that's something I just noticed. So the passenger side is going to be tight down there when we put this sucker in. So let's go ahead and get her lifted. Slow stick. We already have one problem on these engines. See how she moves that far. So it's going to be, I can't get the truck to go back any farther. I was pretty sure that I have the drive shaft off, of course, but I think my brakes are seized up, so it won't move unless I drag it. So if I can't swing this, I'll have to drag it backwards and we'll push it forwards, but I'm hoping this cart will swing. I think it will. Where it's going to be. As close as possible. Maybe a little too close. Well, not fully trustworthy as these jacks. This is still a lot of fucking weight. But that's why I'm standing back here, because I've already had my knee on an engine block fall on my knee. So if this thing gives, it should be protected because I'm back here. That's where I'm going to try to stay, back here, until I at least get it over in the hole. Go pretty high to get this off the grill. I measured it. I needed to go 4 foot. And that's why I went with the lift bracket, because the Harbor Freight up in the air. What makes it so sketchy? But, call me a pussy, I don't care, but Freddie has no problem. So let's see if we can swing her. Slower in the day. Also, I have the wiring and the vacuum lines that I showed you. I have to figure out what goes to what, of course. That's going to be a whole scenario on its own. I zip tied a lot of them out of the way. So hopefully, once the swerve on me, we're going to come on, baby. Be tight. I got about 6 inches for my flex plate back here and my pulley. I don't know if you can see it, I'm almost dead center. But the thing is, I got a foot to line up those brackets. Then I go down and I push back. So it's time to lower this bad boy a little bit. Get it down. Slow and steady. Now is where you don't turn it the opposite way, actually. But I'm gonna finagle some wires. Actually, technically, I have to pull it forward. Looks like we're pretty good condition. I'm pretty far forward. So actually, you know what? This is a little more. We'll do it till it hits the radiator. Because as it lowers, it's just don't go that way. So. So far, so good, guys. You can hook up with wiring. So now, let's get I'm about 4 inches, basically, for these motor mounts. So, I'll have to get a video or get you a little closer for it so you can see. So I've gotten it, everything's pretty smooth so far. Got about bracket, motor mount. So I'll shift it back and slowly finagle it. And I'll get you, we'll get to that in a second. All right, so as you can see, we get out of the way of the light, the motor mount. Like I said, this one, fuel pump, you can see the little slot right there. The bolt's gonna come in from the back side, which I think the other side will do the opposite way. It's just easier on both parts. I was hoping these motor mounts line up right. So far, so good. Oh. Let's see if we can finagle this in there. I don't know if I'll be able to get a good camera view for you. I don't have any fancy camera stand or whatever I see some of these guys using. I'll just have to get back with you. All right, guys. Got the old out lined up. It wasn't. I had to go from the back for both of them. I don't know if you can see the back bolt back there. You probably can't. But it was easier that way. A little, love with a hammer, and I had my trusty pry bar right there. Finally got them in. It was fought it. So if you're ever doing this, make life a little bit easier, you could take the fuel pump off. But I didn't really feel like doing that. But either way, you still have to go from the back on the passenger side one, anyways. But both of them went from the back. Everything's good. So the only problem is, I don't like it because I got tension on that. But when I let tension off of it, hold on. See, this will help. Yeah, there we go. When I let tension off of it, of course the engine wants to go backwards, and it wants to go back and rest on a distributor, which I do not like that. So I think right now I'm going to put a 2x4 or something back here to keep it from going. That's probably my best bet. But I'm just trying to figure out why I have it up in the air, the truck up in the air, and I'm putting my transmission in. How do you keep that fucker up? The engine up. With articulated like that, honestly, it'd be easier to get the transmission, bolted up and everything, but I still don't like it resting on that distributor. I mean, I could take the distributor back out, but I already got it timed and everything. I don't know. Well, there's one way to find out, but right now I'm going to put a 2x4 right across the back of the block, so it can't go anywhere. Yeah, the motor mount bolts, those were tight. They were tight getting there. I know there ain't no fucking playing those. So I just trying to figure out how to keep this thing up, and what do most people do? But I get that block cut, put it in the back, and then we'll go from there, and then we start plugging and playing around here. But I get the carb on there and slowly get my brackets on there. Get her piece together, guys. All right. Oh, another thing. I did not hit the radiator at all. Didn't even touch that bad boy. It went right in there smooth with harmonic balancer and the triple pulley on there. So that was a plus. Everything went there smooth, just getting those engine mounts lined up. But now I gotta rebuild this transmission. Or not rebuild it, just kind of reseal it. I'm not tearing the transmission itself apart. But, alrighty, well, I don't know if that helps you any, but this is what the fuck I'm doing. Thanks for tuning in. So, back again. Just jumping in real quick, so just for the time being, I did cut me a 2x4 right under the flex plate. So, the engine is sitting at the angle the other way quite a bit. As you can see, it's pretty angled this way. But for right now, until I figure out something else, why I'm gonna do what I got, figure out what I gotta do. I let all the tension off. It's good to go. So we're just gonna keep it like that for now until either I rig up something or I'll put some tension back on her. Let the jack just do its thing. I ain't gonna fuck it. So, alright, we'll watch it. Do some research until I figure out what I'm going to do. I'll leave it like that because I still got a ways to go, so it's all good. Worst case scenario, I gotta take that distributor back off. But I can always mark it where it's at and it make that life a little easier. could do that. But good evening to get the engine in. I'm glad I got the engine in. That's just one step closer. Oh. Well, till my next little tinkering with this bad boy. See y'all soon.